Before we start this journey together, I want to ask you to take a moment and subscribe to this channel if you enjoy learning about deep and hidden knowledge like this. It helps you stay connected with these kinds of stories that open our minds to things we never thought about before. Now let's begin. Imagine with me for a moment that you are sitting quietly. Your mind is open, and you are ready to understand something that goes far beyond what we usually hear. Today we are going to talk about a man who has captured the curiosity of people for hundreds and even thousands of years. His name is Hazrat Khidr. Some call him Khidr, some call him the Green Man. But for Muslims around the world, Hazrat Khidr is someone very special. His story is not just an ordinary story. It is a story that makes us think about time in a way we never thought before. People often ask if Hazrat Khidr time traveled. They wonder how he could know things about the future. They wonder if he is still alive today. They ask how he could appear in different places at different times, guiding people and helping them when they least expect it. Today, we will go deep into this story, not in a way that feels difficult or complicated, but in a simple and clear way, like a friend sitting beside you and telling you something that has been hidden in plain sight. Let me first tell you a little about Hazrat Khidr himself. In Islamic belief, Hazrat Khidr is known as a righteous servant of Allah. He is not called a prophet in the Quran directly, but many scholars believe that he is either a prophet or a special servant who has been given divine knowledge. What makes him different is that he was given knowledge that even Prophet Musa, who is known as Moses in the Bible, did not have. This is what makes the story so fascinating. The story of Hazrat Khidr appears in the Quran in a chapter called Surah Al-Kahf. It is a story about knowledge, about time, and about how things are not always what they seem to be on the surface. It is a story that teaches us to be patient, to trust the unseen, and to understand that there are many layers to life that we cannot see with our eyes. Now, let us go back in time to the beginning of this story. There was a time when Prophet Musa was speaking to his people. Someone asked him who was the most knowledgeable person on earth. Prophet Musa, being a great prophet himself, replied that he was, but Allah wanted to teach him a lesson, not to punish him, but to show him that knowledge is vast, and no matter how much we know, there is always more to learn. Allah told Prophet Musa that there was a servant of his who had knowledge that Musa did not have. This servant was Hazrat Khidr. Allah instructed Prophet Musa to go and find him, and to learn from him. Prophet Musa, with full respect and obedience to Allah, set out on a journey to find Hazrat Khidr. He took with him a young companion, Yusha ibn Nun, who would assist him in this journey. Allah had given them a sign to recognize the place where they would find Hazrat Khidr. They were to carry a fish with them. When they reached the place where the fish would come alive and slip into the water, that would be the place where they would meet Hazrat Khidr. The journey was long and tiring, but they continued with patience. After traveling for a long time, they reached a place where they rested by a rock. It was at this moment that the fish came to life and swam away into the sea. Yusha ibn Nun saw this, but he forgot to mention it to Prophet Musa at that time. Later, when they continued their journey and became hungry, Yusha remembered what had happened. They returned to the place by the rock, and there they found Hazrat Khidr. When Prophet Musa found Hazrat Khidr, he humbly asked if he could follow him and learn from him. Hazrat Khidr, knowing the depth of the journey ahead, warned him that he would not be able to remain patient with him. He explained that his actions would not always make sense to Prophet Musa, because they were based on knowledge that Musa did not have. But Musa promised to be patient and not to question him. Hazrat Khidr accepted this promise, but reminded him again that patience would be tested. Now here begins the part of the story that makes people wonder deeply about time, about actions, and about how the future connects to the present. As they started their journey together, they came across a boat. The boat belonged to poor fishermen who used it to make their living. To the surprise of Prophet Musa, Hazrat Khidr damaged the boat by making a hole in it. Prophet Musa, unable to hold his concern, asked why he had done such a thing. It seemed like a harmful action to people who were already struggling. But Hazrat Khidr reminded him of the promise, and Musa apologized, understanding that he needed to be patient. They continued their journey and came across a young boy. Hazrat Khidr, without any apparent reason, took the life of the boy. Again, Prophet Musa could not remain silent. He asked why such an innocent life was taken. Once more, Hazrat Khidr reminded him of the agreement to stay patient, and Musa again apologized. Then they came to a town where the people were not welcoming. They refused to offer them any hospitality. In this place, Hazrat Khidr found a wall that was about to collapse. He repaired the wall, making it strong again. Prophet Musa, seeing this, asked why he had done this for people who had shown them no kindness. Hazrat Khidr, seeing that the time had come, told Prophet Musa that this would be the point where they would part ways. But before they separated, Hazrat Khidr explained the meaning behind all his actions. This explanation is the part of the story that makes us think deeply about the nature of time and knowledge. Hazrat Khidr told Prophet Musa that the boat he damaged belonged to poor people, and there was a king nearby who was seizing every good boat by force. By damaging the boat slightly, he made it unappealing to the king and thus saved it for its rightful owners. About the boy, he explained that the boy was going to grow up to be a person who would bring great sadness to his parents because of his rebellion and disbelief. Allah planned to give them another child who would be righteous and better for them. About the wall, Hazrat Khidr explained that beneath the wall was a treasure belonging to two orphan boys. Their father had been a righteous man. By repairing the wall, he ensured that the treasure would remain hidden until the boys grew up and could claim it for themselves. Now think about this carefully. Hazrat Khidr's actions were all connected to future events. He was acting not based on what was visible at the moment, but based on knowledge of what was going to happen later. This is what makes people wonder if Hazrat Khidr had the ability to move through time or to see the future. Some believe that he was given special knowledge by Allah, allowing him to understand future events and take action in the present to shape those events in a better way. It is important to remember that in Islam, this is not considered magic or science fiction. It is a gift from Allah, the one who controls time, space, and everything in between. Hazrat Khidr was acting by the command of Allah, using knowledge given to him from the unseen. As we think more about this story, we begin to see that time is not just something we measure with clocks and calendars. Time is part of Allah's creation, and He can allow His servants to see parts of it that we cannot. Hazrat Khidr's actions show us that the future is not hidden from Allah, and sometimes He allows His chosen ones to see beyond the limits of the present moment. What makes this even more fascinating is that Hazrat Khidr did not act to change destiny. Rather, he acted as part of the destiny written by Allah. His actions were a reflection of the divine wisdom that connects the present with the future. This brings us to an important point. Many people wonder if Hazrat Khidr is still alive today. There are many stories from respected scholars and saints who say they have met him. They describe him as a man of great wisdom and kindness, someone who appears when people are lost or in need of guidance. These stories increase the belief that Hazrat Khidr moves beyond the limits of time, appearing in different places and helping people at the right moment. Whether or not these stories are true in every detail, they remind us of a beautiful truth in Islam. Allah's mercy and guidance are always near, even when we do not see them. Hazrat Khidr's story teaches us patience and trust in Allah's plan. Sometimes things happen in our lives that we do not understand. We may feel that something is unfair or painful, but later we realize that it was part of a greater wisdom. Hazrat Khidr's actions with the boat, the boy, and the wall show us that what seems harmful in the moment can actually be protection or preparation for something better in the future. This teaches us to trust in the unseen and to have patience when things do not go as we expect. As we continue this journey together, I invite you to think about your own life. Think about the times when something happened that you did not understand at first. Maybe you faced a difficulty that later became a blessing. Maybe you lost something, only to find that it made space for something better to enter your life. Hazrat Khidr's story is a reminder that Allah's wisdom is beyond our understanding, and sometimes the answers we seek will come in time, if we remain patient and faithful. This is only the beginning of our exploration of Hazrat Khidr and the mystery of time. There is still so much more to understand and discover. In the next part of our journey, we will go even deeper into how Hazrat Khidr's actions show us the layers of time and how divine knowledge works beyond what we can see. We will explore more about how time itself is not what it seems, and how Hazrat Khidr's story continues to inspire people to this day. Stay with me, and we will continue this beautiful journey together. As we continue our journey together, I want you to think deeply about what we have already spoken about. Remember how Hazrat Khidr acted in ways that seemed strange at first. But later, when he explained the reasons, everything made perfect sense. This teaches us something very important about how life works, and how time is not as simple as we usually think. In our daily lives, we see time as something that moves in one straight line. We wake up in the morning, the sun rises, we go about our day, and then the night comes. We believe that yesterday is behind us, today is in front of us, and tomorrow is waiting somewhere ahead. But Hazrat Khidr's story shows us that time is much deeper than this simple line. It is not always something that moves step by step. Sometimes time can be like a circle, or like layers placed one upon the other. And Allah, the creator of time, can show his special servants parts of time that we cannot see. Let us go back to the story of the boat. Hazrat Khidr damaged the boat, and at first this seemed like something harmful. But he did this because he knew about the danger that was coming. He knew that a king was seizing every good boat by force. If the boat remained perfect, the king would take it away, and the poor fishermen would lose their way of earning their living. Hazrat Khidr, by making a small hole in the boat, actually protected the entire boat and saved the livelihood of those poor fishermen. Now think about this for a moment. Hazrat Khidr acted in the present moment, but his action was based on knowledge of the future. He saw what was going to happen if he did not damage the boat. So he made a choice in the present to change what the future would bring for those people. This is not just a simple story. It is a deep lesson about how knowledge of time can guide actions today to protect and prepare for tomorrow. Now let us look at the second part of the story, the boy. Hazrat Khidr took the life of a young boy. To anyone watching, this would seem like a terrible thing. Even Prophet Musa was deeply shocked and asked about it. But when Hazrat Khidr explained, we came to understand the wisdom behind this action. The boy, if he had grown up, would have brought great sadness and hardship to his parents. He would have led them away from their faith and caused them great pain. Allah, in His mercy, wanted better for the parents. So Hazrat Khidr acted in the present moment to prevent future harm. Here again, we see the same pattern. Hazrat Khidr's action was not random or without reason. It was based on knowledge of the future that ordinary people do not have. He saw the future pain and sorrow of the parents, and he acted now to prevent it. Then we have the story of the wall. Hazrat Khidr repaired a wall in a town where the people were unkind and refused to offer any hospitality. To most people, it would seem strange to help those who show no kindness. But Hazrat Khidr knew that under the wall was a treasure belonging to 2 orphan boys. Their father had been a righteous man, and the treasure was meant for them when they grew older. If the wall had collapsed before they were old enough to claim their treasure, others would have taken it. By repairing the wall, Hazrat Khidr protected the treasure for the rightful owners until the proper time. Once again, we see how actions in the present were connected to future outcomes. What is truly amazing here is that Hazrat Khidr's actions show us the depth of divine knowledge. It is not just about seeing the future. It is about understanding how the future is connected to the present and how wise actions today can shape what will come tomorrow. This is something that most people do not think about in their daily lives. We often focus only on what is happening right now, without thinking about the future consequences of our actions. But Hazrat Khidr's story teaches us to look deeper and to understand that everything is connected. What we do today can protect us or harm us in the future, and only Allah knows the full picture. You might be wondering how Hazrat Khidr had this knowledge. The answer is simple and clear. Allah gave him this special knowledge as a gift. It is called knowledge from the unseen, or divine knowledge. This is not something that comes from books or study alone. It is knowledge that Allah chooses to give to His special servants so that they can act according to His wisdom. Hazrat Khidr was one of these special servants. He did not act on his own desires. He acted only by the command of Allah, using the knowledge that was given to him. This makes us think about the nature of time itself. In our limited human understanding, we see time as something fixed. We see the past as something that has already happened, the present as something happening now, and the future as something that has not yet come. But Allah, who created time, is not limited by these divisions. For Allah, the past, present, and future are all known. Nothing is hidden from him. He can show parts of this knowledge to his chosen servants, like Hazrat Khidr, so they can act with wisdom beyond the understanding of ordinary people. Some scholars explain this using the idea of the preserved tablet. In Islam, the preserved tablet is the record of everything that has happened, is happening, and will happen. It contains all the knowledge of creation. Allah's knowledge is complete, and He can give a part of this knowledge to those He chooses. Hazrat Khidr, with the knowledge from the preserved tablet, could see the future events and act in the present to guide them in the right way. This is not science fiction. It is not fantasy. It is the reality of divine knowledge, which is far beyond human limits. When we understand this, we start to see life in a different way. We begin to understand that what happens to us today may be connected to things we do not yet understand. Maybe there is a difficulty in our life today that is actually protecting us from a bigger problem in the future. Maybe there is a delay in something we are waiting for because the right time has not yet come. Hazrat Khidr's story reminds us to trust in Allah's wisdom and timing, even when things do not make sense to us at the moment. There is something else important to notice. Hazrat Khidr never acted to change destiny. He acted as part of the destiny written by Allah. His actions were not to fight against the will of Allah, but to fulfill it. This teaches us a very important lesson about the balance between destiny and human action. In Islam, we believe that everything happens by the will of Allah, but at the same time we are given the ability to act and make choices. Hazrat Khidr's actions show us that human actions are part of the unfolding of destiny. Allah's plan includes our choices, and He guides those who seek His knowledge and follow His path. Now let us reflect for a moment on our own lives. Think about times when you faced challenges that seemed unfair or confusing. Maybe there was a job you wanted but did not get. Maybe there was a relationship that ended unexpectedly. Maybe there was a journey you planned but could not complete. At the time, these events may have felt like disappointments, but later, you may have seen that they were actually blessings in disguise. Maybe that job would have led you to unhappiness. Maybe that relationship would have caused you pain. Maybe that journey would have placed you in harm's way. Just like Hazrat Khidr's actions protected the boat, the parents, and the orphans, sometimes the difficulties in our lives protect us from greater harm. This understanding brings peace to our hearts. It helps us to trust in Allah's plan and to be patient when life does not go as we expect. It reminds us that Allah is always watching over us, guiding our steps and protecting us in ways we cannot see. Hazrat Khidr's story is a beautiful example of this divine care and protection. There are many people who believe that Hazrat Khidr continues to guide people even today. Stories from righteous scholars and Sufi masters tell of encounters with a wise man who appears at just the right moment to offer guidance or help. These stories, while not part of the Quranic text, reflect the belief that Hazrat Khidr's connection to divine knowledge allows him to appear in times of need. Whether these stories are literal or symbolic, they remind us of the constant presence of Allah's mercy and guidance in our lives. As we move forward in our journey of understanding, I want you to carry this thought with you. Hazrat Khidr's story is not just a story from the past. It is a living lesson for us today. It teaches us to trust in the unseen, to be patient in times of difficulty, and to understand that Allah's wisdom connects the past, present, and future in ways that are beyond our understanding. Every action, every moment, every choice is part of a greater plan. When we accept this, our hearts find peace and we begin to see the beauty of life's journey. In the next part of our journey, we will go even deeper. We will explore the question that many people ask. Was Hazrat Khidr truly a time traveler? Did he move between times? Or was his knowledge purely from divine revelation? We will look at what scholars say, what the great thinkers of Islam have explained, and how this connects to the deeper understanding of time and destiny. Stay with me as we continue this fascinating exploration together, uncovering more hidden knowledge and wisdom that can guide our own lives in beautiful and unexpected ways. As we move deeper into this journey together, I want you to stay with me and keep your mind open, just as you have been doing so far. We have explored how Hazrat Khidr acted in ways that connected the present to the future. We have seen how his actions were guided by knowledge that came from Allah, knowledge that was not visible to ordinary people. Now, the question that many people have in their hearts becomes even stronger. Was Hazrat Khidr really traveling through time, or was it something different? To understand this, let us think slowly and carefully, step by step, in a way that feels clear and simple. We will not rush this. We will take our time to understand deeply. When people think about time travel, they often imagine the stories they have seen in movies or read in books. They imagine a person stepping into a machine, pressing some buttons and suddenly appearing in the past or future. They imagine moving backward to change something or moving forward to see what will happen. But in the story of Hazrat Khidr, it is not like that. There is no machine, no science, no technology involved. Instead, there is something even more powerful. There is divine knowledge, the kind of knowledge that comes directly from the creator of time itself. Allah is the one who made time. He knows every moment from the beginning to the end. For Allah, there is no limit of time. The past, present, and future are all clear and open. Nothing is hidden. So when Allah gives some of this knowledge to His servant, that servant can act in a way that feels to us like time travel, even though it is really the result of divine permission and understanding. Hazrat Khidr was given this special gift. He did not travel through time like a person in a storybook. Instead, he was shown parts of time that normal human beings cannot see. He saw the future events that were going to happen, and with this knowledge he acted in the present moment. His actions were fully in the present, but they were connected to future results. This is why many people feel that Hazrat Khidr was moving through time because he acted with the wisdom of what was yet to come. But it is very important to understand that this was not because he controlled time. It was because he followed the command of the one who controls all time, Allah. Let us think about this in a simple way. Imagine you are standing at the top of a tall mountain. From this high place, you can see the road that goes far into the distance. You can see the starting point, the middle part, and the end of the road, all at once. But someone who is walking on the road at the ground level can only see a small part of it. They see only what is directly in front of them. In the same way, our view of time is limited. We see only the moment we are in right now. But from the higher view of divine knowledge, the entire path of time is clear. Hazrat Khidr, through the gift of divine knowledge, was given a view from this high place. He could see what was ahead and act in the present to respond to it. Many scholars and spiritual teachers have thought deeply about this. They explain that Hazrat Khidr's actions are not about changing the future, but about fulfilling the future that is already written by Allah. This is a very deep and beautiful idea. It means that Hazrat Khidr was not trying to change destiny. He was living within the destiny that Allah had already written, but with a clearer view of how the events would unfold. This understanding brings peace to our hearts because it shows us that the future is not a mystery to Allah. It is already known and planned with perfect wisdom. There is also something else that makes this story even more special. Many respected scholars and saints have said that Hazrat Khidr is still alive today. They believe that he continues to guide people, helping them at times when they feel lost or in need. Stories have been told of people meeting a wise man who appears at just the right moment, offering guidance or protection, and then disappearing just as quickly. These stories add to the belief that Hazrat Khidr lives beyond the normal limits of human life. He does not follow the normal path of time like the rest of us. Instead, he moves according to the command of Allah, appearing when he is needed most. These stories, while not found directly in the Quran, have been shared by many trusted people throughout history. They remind us that Allah's guidance can come in many ways, sometimes in ways that we cannot explain with our limited understanding. Whether Hazrat Khidr physically moves through time, or whether he simply knows what will happen because of divine knowledge, the message remains the same. He is a sign of Allah's wisdom and mercy, a reminder that we are never alone, and that help can come at the right moment, even when we least expect it. Another way to understand this is by thinking about dreams. Sometimes, people see things in their dreams that later come true. They see events before they happen. This is not because they traveled through time, but because Allah allowed them to see a small part of the unseen. In the same way, Hazrat Khidr was shown parts of the future, not through dreaming, but through direct divine knowledge. He acted based on this knowledge, and his actions became part of the unfolding of events. We must also remember that Hazrat Khidr never acted for personal gain. He did not use his knowledge to benefit himself or to gain power. He acted only in service to Allah, helping others and protecting them from harm. This teaches us a very important lesson about the use of knowledge. True knowledge is not for showing off or gaining fame. It is for serving the Creator and helping His creation. Hazrat Khidr's humility and obedience show us the right way to use the gifts that Allah gives us. Now let us think again about the way Hazrat Khidr explained his actions to Prophet Musa. He did not explain them at the moment they happened. He waited until the right time, when they were about to part ways. This teaches us something very important about understanding and patience. Sometimes we do not understand why things happen the way they do. We ask questions, we feel confused, and we search for answers. But the understanding comes only when the time is right. Hazrat Khidr's story reminds us to be patient and to trust that the answers will come when we are ready for them. There is a beautiful wisdom in this. Life does not always give us answers right away. Sometimes the meaning of events becomes clear only after time has passed. Just like the stories of the boat, the boy, and the wall, the lessons become clear when we look back and see the whole picture. Hazrat Khidr's actions teach us to trust in this process, to have faith that understanding will come, and to know that Allah's wisdom is always at work, even when we do not see it. As we think more about Hazrat Khidr and the idea of time, we begin to see that time itself is a creation of Allah, just like the sky, the earth, and everything in between. Time is not something that controls Allah. It is something that Allah controls. He can make time move fast or slow. He can show parts of it to His servants, and He can hide parts of it from them. Hazrat Khidr's knowledge of future events is a reflection of this power. It shows us that the limits of time do not apply to Allah and to those whom He blesses with special knowledge. Some scholars explain that there are different kinds of time. There is the time that we experience every day, moving from morning to night, from one day to the next. But there is also a kind of time that is beyond our normal understanding. This is the time that exists in the world of the unseen, where past, present, and future are all connected. Hazrat Khidr, with the permission of Allah, had access to this higher level of time. This is why his actions seem to move beyond the normal limits of human experience. Understanding this helps us to see our own lives in a new way. It reminds us that there is more to life than what we see in front of us. There are layers of meaning and connections that we may not understand now, but that are real and true. Hazrat Khidr's story invites us to open our hearts and minds to the deeper realities of existence, to trust in Allah's wisdom, and to live with patience and faith. As we come to the end of this part of our journey, I want you to reflect on what we have learned. Hazrat Khidr's story is not just about a man who seemed to travel through time. It is about the power of divine knowledge, the beauty of trust in Allah, and the importance of patience in our lives. It teaches us that what we see is only a small part of the bigger picture, and that Allah's wisdom connects all things in ways we cannot fully understand. In the next part of our journey, we will go even deeper into the stories of people who say they have met Hazrat Khidr. We will explore the idea that he continues to guide people today, and we will think about what this means for us in our own lives. Stay with me, and together we will continue to uncover the hidden wisdom and beauty of this remarkable story. As we continue walking together through this deep and beautiful journey, I want you to stay with me closely, because what we are about to explore will open your heart and mind even more. So far, we have spoken about Hazrat Khidr and his special knowledge of time. We have seen how his actions in the present were guided by what he knew about the future. We have understood that he was not traveling through time like a person in a storybook, but he was acting with divine knowledge that allowed him to see beyond what normal people can see. Now, let us go even further. Let us step into a world of stories and experiences shared by people throughout history. These are the stories of those who say they have met Hazrat Khidr. These are the stories that make us wonder if Hazrat Khidr still walks among us today, helping people in moments of great need, appearing at the right time, and then disappearing just as quietly as he came. Across many generations, there have been people who shared strange and beautiful experiences. They say that when they were lost, when they were in deep trouble, or when they were confused about an important decision, someone came to them. This person seemed like an ordinary traveler, or an old wise man, or sometimes just a stranger with kind and calming words. But what made these encounters special was that this person knew things about them that no stranger could know. He guided them with words that touched their hearts in a way they could not forget. And when they tried to find him again, he was gone, leaving behind only the memory of his words and the feeling of peace that he had given them. Many of these people believe with strong faith in their hearts that this person was Hazrat Khidr. One of the most beautiful things about these stories is how they happen in times of great difficulty. Imagine a person who has lost their way, in the desert feeling hopeless and afraid. Suddenly a man appears, shows them the right path, and then disappears. Imagine a person facing a hard decision, not knowing which way to go in life. Then they meet someone who gives them advice so clear and so perfect that it feels like a light shining in the darkness. These moments feel like they are outside of normal time, like time itself has stopped just to allow this meeting to happen. It feels as if the person is touched by something greater than themselves, something connected to the divine. Many great scholars and saints of Islam have shared stories of meeting Hazrat Khidr. These are not stories told by ordinary people looking for attention. These are stories shared by people known for their honesty, wisdom, and deep connection to Allah. One famous story comes from the life of a great scholar who was traveling alone through a dangerous area. He was afraid for his life, unsure of the path ahead. Suddenly, an old man appeared beside him, calm and full of peace. The man walked with him, guiding him safely through the dangers until they reached a place of safety. When the scholar turned to thank the man, he was no longer there. The scholar believed with all his heart that this was Hazrat Khidr, sent by Allah to protect him in his time of need. There are also stories of Hazrat Khidr appearing in dreams, giving guidance to people who are facing difficult choices. These dreams feel so real that the people wake up with clear direction and a strong sense of peace. It is as if Hazrat Khidr's presence crosses the boundary between the seen and the unseen, between the world of wakefulness and the world of dreams. His role is not limited by the normal rules of time and space. He appears when he is needed, and he disappears when his task is complete, leaving behind a trace of divine wisdom that changes the life of the person forever. What makes these stories so powerful is not just the mystery of Hazrat Khidr's appearance, but the way his words and actions bring comfort and clarity to people. It is not only about the moment of meeting, it is about how that moment changes the course of a person's life. It is about how the advice given helps the person move forward with faith and strength. These moments feel like small touches of the divine plan. Moments where time feels flexible and guidance arrives exactly when it is most needed. Now you may wonder, how is this possible? How can a person appear in so many different places at so many different times, across the world and throughout history? The answer lies in understanding the special status given to Hazrat Khidr by Allah. He is believed to be someone who lives beyond the normal limits of human life. He is not bound by the ticking of the clock or the passing of the calendar. His life continues by the will of Allah, allowing him to be present in different times and places according to the needs of people and the wisdom of the Creator. This is not something strange when we think about it deeply. In Islam, we believe in many things that go beyond our normal understanding of time and space. We believe in angels who move at the command of Allah, carrying messages and fulfilling tasks across the universe. We believe in the day of judgment, when time as we know it will come to an end, and all will be gathered before Allah. We believe in the unseen world, where events happen beyond our sight and understanding. Hazrat Khidr's presence fits within this larger understanding of divine power and the unseen realities that surround us. Hazrat Khidr's role is not just to guide individuals, but also to remind all of us of the mercy and wisdom of Allah. His appearances are signs that Allah cares for His creation, that He sends help when it is most needed, and that He provides guidance in ways we might not expect. These stories inspire us to keep faith, to trust that even when we feel lost, help can come from places we never imagined. They remind us that we are never alone, that Allah's care is always near, and that His servants, like Hazrat Khidr, are part of His plan to guide and protect us. Some scholars explain that Hazrat Khidr's life is like a bridge between the world of the seen and the world of the unseen. He lives in a way that touches both worlds, appearing in ours when needed, and returning to the unseen when His task is done. This special role makes Him a symbol of hope and guidance for all people. It teaches us that divine help is not limited by time or place. It can reach us wherever we are, at any moment, according to Allah's wisdom and mercy. As we reflect on these stories, we can also learn something very important about our own lives. We may not meet Hazrat Khidr in person, but the lessons of his story are still with us. We can learn to trust in Allah's timing, to remain patient in times of difficulty, and to stay open to the guidance that comes our way. Sometimes, guidance comes from the words of a friend, from the pages of a book, or from the quiet thoughts that enter our hearts when we pray. The key is to remain open and ready, to listen carefully, and to recognize the signs of Allah's care in our lives. Hazrat Khidr's story also teaches us about the importance of helping others. Just as he helped those in need, we too can become sources of guidance and support for the people around us. When we offer kind words, when we help someone who is lost, when we share wisdom and comfort with those in difficulty, we are following the example of Hazrat Khidr. We are becoming part of the chain of mercy and guidance that connects all of us in the plan of Allah. As we continue to explore the life and role of Hazrat Khidr, it becomes clear that his story is not just about him. It is about all of us. It is about how we understand time, destiny, and the unseen hand of Allah in our lives. It is about recognizing that we live in a world filled with signs and guidance, if only we open our eyes and hearts to see them. Hazrat Khidr's story is a reminder that even in our darkest moments, light can appear. Even when we feel most alone, help can come. And even when we do not understand the path we are on, there is wisdom guiding our steps. As we come to the close of this part of our journey, I want you to carry these thoughts with you. Think about the stories of Hazrat Khidr appearing to guide people in need. Think about how his life moves beyond the limits of time and space, touching the lives of people across generations. Think about how his actions remind us of Allah's mercy and the constant presence of divine care in our lives. These are not just stories to entertain us. They are lessons to strengthen our faith, to guide our actions, and to fill our hearts with hope. In the next part of our journey, we will bring everything together. We will reflect deeply on what we have learned about Hazrat Khidr, about time, about divine knowledge, and about the lessons we can carry into our own lives. Stay with me, and together we will complete this beautiful exploration, uncovering the full meaning of Hazrat Khidr's story and the timeless wisdom it holds for all of us. As we come to this final part of our journey together, I want you to pause for a moment and think about everything we have shared so far. Think about Hazrat Khidr and the deep meaning behind his actions. Think about how he moved through the story of life, acting with knowledge of what was ahead, yet always staying humble and obedient to the command of Allah. Throughout this journey, we have seen that Hazrat Khidr is not just a figure of the past. He is a living example of how time, knowledge, and divine wisdom are connected in ways far beyond our ordinary understanding. Now let us bring all of this together in a way that feels complete and meaningful, so that you can carry this understanding with you long after this moment passes. One of the most important lessons from the story of Hazrat Khidr is the reminder that Allah's wisdom covers all things. What we see with our eyes is only a small part of a much larger picture. Just like Hazrat Khidr acted to protect the boat, save the parents from future grief, and preserve the treasure for the orphans, Allah is always guiding our lives in ways we may not understand right away. Sometimes, We see events happen in our lives and they seem unfair or confusing. We ask ourselves why this is happening to us. We wonder if things will ever become clear. The story of Hazrat Khidr teaches us to trust the process, even when we do not understand it fully. It teaches us to have patience and faith in the unseen plan of Allah, because His knowledge is complete and perfect. Hazrat Khidr's actions were not random. They were guided by precise knowledge given to him by Allah. This teaches us that knowledge itself is a trust, and when used properly, it can protect people and guide them to what is best. Hazrat Khidr used his knowledge not for himself, but for the benefit of others. He was not seeking wealth, power, or fame. He acted purely for the sake of Allah and for the well-being of those he was sent to help. This is a powerful example for all of us. It reminds us that whatever knowledge or abilities we are given, we should use them for good, to help others, and to fulfill our purpose in life according to Allah's guidance. Throughout history, people have tried to understand time. They have built clocks and calendars. They have studied the movement of the stars, and they have asked deep questions about how time works. But no matter how much they study, they will never fully understand time in the way that Allah does. Time is a creation, just like the earth and the sky. Allah is not inside time. He is the creator of time, and He controls it completely. He can slow it down, speed it up, or allow His servants to see parts of it as He wills. Hazrat Khidr's story shows us this clearly. He acted in moments where time and knowledge met in a way that is far beyond ordinary human experience. His life reminds us that there is a higher reality that goes beyond the ticking of the clock or the turning of the calendar pages. When we think about the many stories of people meeting Hazrat Khidr, both in the past and in more recent times, we feel a sense of wonder. How can it be that he appears in so many different places and times helping those in need? The answer, as we have learned, is that Hazrat Khidr's life is not bound by the normal limits of time. By the will of Allah, he moves according to divine wisdom, appearing when he is most needed, and disappearing once his task is complete. This is not a mystery of science. It is a sign of the power of Allah, who controls all things, including life and time. Hazrat Khidr's story also teaches us about trust. He did not question the knowledge given to him by Allah. He did not hesitate when it was time to act. He trusted in the wisdom of his Creator completely. This is a lesson for all of us. In our own lives, we often face situations where we do not have all the answers. We feel unsure about the future, but if we trust in Allah, if we follow the guidance of His teachings and act with sincerity, we can find peace in knowing that we are part of His perfect plan. Trusting in Allah means believing that even when things seem difficult, there is a reason behind everything. It means knowing that our hardships are not without purpose, and our blessings are not by accident. There is another beautiful lesson from Hazrat Khidr's story. It is the lesson of patience. When Prophet Musa asked to follow Hazrat Khidr, he was told that he would not be able to remain patient. And truly, as the events unfolded, Prophet Musa found it difficult to understand the actions of Hazrat Khidr without immediate explanation. This shows us that understanding deep wisdom requires patience. In our own lives, we must also learn to be patient when answers do not come right away. We must give time for things to unfold and for the wisdom behind events to become clear. Patience is not just about waiting. It is about trusting in the process and believing that clarity will come when the time is right. Hazrat Khidr's story reminds us to live with humility. Even Prophet Musa, a great prophet of Allah, was shown that there are always deeper levels of knowledge beyond what we understand. This teaches us that no matter how much we know, there is always more to learn. It keeps our hearts open and our minds ready to receive new understanding. It reminds us to respect the wisdom of others and to seek knowledge with sincerity and humility. As we reflect on the life and actions of Hazrat Khidr, we also see a lesson about helping others without expecting anything in return. Hazrat Khidr repaired the wall in the town even though the people were unkind and refused to help him and Prophet Musa. He did not act based on how people treated him. He acted based on what was right and good. This is a powerful reminder for us in our daily lives. We should do good not because of how people treat us, but because it is the right thing to do. Our actions should be guided by sincerity and the desire to please Allah, not by the hope of receiving praise or reward from others. As we come closer to the end of this journey, I want you to carry with you the deep understanding that Hazrat Khidr's story offers. It is not just a story from the past, it is a living lesson for our present and our future. It teaches us about the unseen connections in life, about the wisdom behind events, and about the importance of trust, patience, and humility. It reminds us that guidance can come at any time, and that help from Allah can reach us in ways we do not expect. Hazrat Khidr's story is also a reminder that every moment of our lives is part of a greater design. We may not always see the full picture, but every step we take, every choice we make, and every challenge we face is part of the journey written for us by Allah. When we walk this path with faith, we find peace in knowing that we are never alone. Just as Hazrat Khidr guided those in need, so too does Allah guide us through the challenges of life, sometimes in ways we see, and sometimes in ways we do not yet understand. In the end, the story of Hazrat Khidr is a story of hope. It teaches us that even in the darkest moments there is light. Even when we feel lost, there is guidance. Even when we do not understand what is happening, there is wisdom at work. It encourages us to keep our hearts open to the signs of Allah's care, and to remain patient and faithful as we move through the journey of life. As you carry these lessons with you, remember that the story of Hazrat Khidr is not finished. It continues in the lives of those who seek knowledge, who act with sincerity, and who trust in Allah's plan. It continues in the moments when you choose to help someone in need, to remain patient in difficulty, and to trust that guidance will come. It continues every time you remember that there is a greater wisdom guiding your steps, and that you are part of a beautiful and perfect design created by the one who knows all things. So as we close this journey together, let your heart be filled with the peace and comfort that comes from understanding the story of Hazrat Khidr. Let it remind you to trust in the unseen, to act with sincerity, and to live with patience and humility. Carry this wisdom with you always, and may it guide you through the paths of life, bringing you closer to the mercy and guidance of Allah.